Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning, everyone. Welcome to IGCSE Clinic Series by Center for Pre-University Studies. I think before I start, let me introduce myself first. My name is Masita binti Maid. I am the Assistant Director, Center for Pre-University Studies. So before I proceed, um, let me mention that this IGCSE clinic series is the first one that being conducted for this year, and before this we do have for SPM series. So I'm having 8 years experience in teaching chemistry in different level, inclusive of SPM, IGCSE, as well as foundations. Okay, so before we proceed more, let me give some overview of what is Center for Pre-University Studies. So CPU consists of two main programs we call as Foundation in Science and as well as Foundation in Business. This program is a one-year program. So basically, if you want to know more about our Foundation in Science as well as Foundation in Business, do let me know. After this, I will share you the details of my contact number as well as my email address. Okay, so I think without further ado, let's proceed to the main content of today's webinar. Okay, so basically we go to our main topic, which is the IGCSE subjects. Okay, so for today's, I'm going to focus only for one subject, which is for chemistry. Okay, so basically, before we proceed more, we know that for chemistry, we have two papers. We have core as well as extended. So for today, I will cover for the extended paper. Okay, so basically, if you are core students, you are supposed to have three papers for chemistry. You have paper 1 that will go for a multiple choice question. Paper 3 that will go for theory paper, it's a structured question, as well as another one, which is paper 5 or paper 6. Paper 5 is a practical test. Basically, you're going to have a hands-on practical exam, and paper 6 is alternative to practicals. So this paper 1, paper 3, as well as paper 5 or 6 will be for the core students. If you are taking the extended paper, means if you are taking the extended chemistry paper, you're going to sit for paper 2, which is a multiple choice question, paper 4, which is a theory question, as well as paper 5 or 6, depending on your school or your center, whereby paper 5 is a practical test and paper 6 is alternative to practicals. So basically, will be depending on core or extended. So the depth of the subjects will be depending either you take core or either you take extended. So I think if you are IGCSE students, you know that all the syllabus, you can get it from a Cambridge website. Okay, so even for the what we call as past paper as well. Okay, so let's go to the questions. Okay, so this is the one that I took from what we call as focus questions. Okay, this is coming from paper 4. Okay, this paper 4, we go for the first questions. Okay, basically in this table, we have the following table give information about 6 substances. Okay, you have substance A until substance F. So they mentioned about the melting point as well as boiling point. Electrical conductivity as solid and liquid. So melting point and boiling point is very crucial for you from chapter 1, if I'm not mistaken, which is a matter chapter. So in this matter chapter, you should know the changes of solid to liquid, liquid to gas. So you're talking about the melting point and boiling point. And then the electrical conductivity is the what we call as referring to, it may be a compound, maybe what we call as a solid, liquid, or gas. So a matter, whereby they want to know whether the electrical conductivity is it there for the solid or liquid. So basically, is will take look more on the physical properties. Okay, so we go to the first question. Okay, so first question, which substance could be a metal? So when you are talking about metal, you have all the substance. Knowing that metal, you have a metallic bond, right? Metallic bond have high melting point as well as high boiling point. So if you're referring here, you can directly minus BDF. Okay, so from BDF, you already minus, you have A, C, and E as your option. So how can you know whether it's a metal or not? You can see the electrical conductivity. Okay, metal able to conduct electricity in liquid as well as in solid. So the one that can have or can conduct electricity in solid and liquid will be A, with a high melting point and boiling point. So the substance that we consider as a metal will be substance A. Okay, we go for the next question. Next question, state all substances that are liquid at room temperature. So the keyword here is all. So what is the meaning for all? So all the possible answers will be stated in B. Okay, liquid at a room temperature. Kindly take note, a room temperature can consist of 20 until 25 degrees Celsius. So they're mentioning about which one is a liquid. So you are referring to here. Okay, now, before you answer that particular question, you need to take note that what is melting point and what is a boiling point. Okay, melting point is a phase whereby a solid already changed to the liquid. Okay, it's a point whereby all the solid changed to liquid. And then what is a boiling point? Boiling point is a phase whereby the liquid changed to gas. So basically, you need to know that they're asking about liquid part. So liquid part will be in between after the melting point and before the boiling point. So 25. So means it's not happening for A. Okay, it's not happening for B because 25 is already a gas. Here, 25 is still a solid. Okay. Here, C is no. Okay. How about D? Okay, D, 25 is here. So basically when 25 is here means after negative 117, the 25 degrees Celsius is here. So mentioning that this substance D is a liquid. Okay, and then F. Okay, so the answer is D and F. Okay, D and F is the answer. What happened for this particular questions? Okay, for question number B, if you give me the answer only one, which is D, your answer will be wrong. Okay, why? Because here already stated that you need to state all the substance. So you need to have both answer, which is D and F. Okay, I hope no problem for B. Okay, we go for the next one. Which substance could have a macromolecular structure similar to silicon for oxide? Okay, so macromolecular structure is a very giant structure and then it's a strong structure. So basically, you can refer to the one that having a high melting point and a high boiling point. So the one that having the high melting point and high boiling point will be, okay, C, okay, C as well as E, okay, C as well as E. Okay, so basically A, I minus already because A is a metal. Okay, so C and then E. So what is the one that differentiate from here, which is you can see in terms of conductivity. Okay, conductivity. So basically for silicon oxide, they have no electrical conductivity in a liquid. So the answer is E. Okay, so basically in order for you to emphasize this particular question, you need to know the type of bonding, okay, in each particular substance, and then you check whether the physical properties of conductivity is there or not in both phase, which is solid and liquid. Okay, next question, which substance could be propane? So when you're referring to propane, you are talking about carbon compound. Okay, how many carbon? It's a 3 carbon propane. Meth, F, prop. So propane is a 3 carbon. So when this 3 carbon, which substance could be propane? So basically knowing that less number of carbon will have less boiling point compared to higher or more carbon. Okay, because basically what you're talking about, when you have a boiling point will be higher when you have a higher molecular size. Okay, so let's go for this one. Okay, so knowing that propane having only 3 carbon means they're going to have a less boiling point and melting point. So basically, okay, so less, you can put either B, D we already answered just now, or F. F we already answered just now. So basically the answer will be B. Why? This one are having less melting point, boiling point, as well as propane is a carbon compound. Carbon compound doesn't have any electrical conductivity, both in solid as well as liquid. Okay. So next, which substance could be a sodium chloride? Which substance should be a sodium chloride? So sodium chloride, when referring to sodium chloride, you need to know what are the chemical bonding that we have in a sodium chloride. So basically sodium is Na, okay, chloride is Cl minus. Na plus and Cl minus is an ionic bond. Okay, so ionic bond, knowing ionic bond, they have a strong what we call as melting point and boiling point. Okay, so basically you refer here, but the difference here is you need to check the conductivity. Okay, maybe you cannot differentiate from here because we cannot say which one high, which one low, but you can see the ionic bond in terms of conductivity. Okay, conductivity of ionic bond in solid, they cannot conduct electricity. Why? Because there is no free moving ions or free moving electrons. But in the liquid side, yes, they have a very good conductivity. So basically for the last question, the answer will be C. Okay, the proper answer will be C. So I would like to emphasize again, for question number 1, will be emphasized to more chapters that located in the beginning parts of the grade 10. Okay, so basically they are talking more to chemical bonding, a matter. So the trend will be similar. If you are doing more past papers, okay, basically they will show this type of pattern. Okay. Okay, this is question number 1 is done. Okay, now we go for question number 2. Question number 2 is more to what we call as atomic structure or what we call as the structure of atoms. Okay, so basically in the structure of atoms, you know that atom consists of 3 items, which is a proton, electron, as well as neutron. So you need to know where is the location of these particular things, whereby we have proton, electron, and neutrons. So where is proton? Proton is in the center, which is in the middle, which is in the nucleus. Okay, how about electron? Electron will be at the orbital. Okay, and then where is neutron? Neutron will be in the center together with the proton. So you have proton, you have neutron, and then surrounding will be the electron. So the proton plus neutron, what is this one called? We call as nucleon. Okay, I think this is a basic concept when you are talking about atoms. Okay, so here they mention about particle A, particle B, and particle C. Okay, so you have particle A with 15 proton numbers. Okay, and then particle B, A, B, and C with different number of electron and different number of neutron. Okay, I will go back to this slide later, but let's see the question. Okay. What is the evidence in the table for each of the following? What is the meaning for evidence? Evidence is what is a statement that support this particular question or this particular statement. Okay, what are the things that you say that, okay, this one is correct. Okay, particle A is an atom. So what is the meaning of atom? Atom means is a neutral, no charge, unless they say that is an ion. Atom means no charge. How can you know that there is no charge? When the number of proton is equal to number of electron. So if the proton is the same with the number of electron, then it will be considered as a atom. Atom means it's a neutral state. Okay, so they say particle A is an atom. So referring to A, is A having the same number of proton and electron? Yes. So you can mention that particle A is considered as an atom because the number of proton is equal to the number of electron. Okay, so basically this is the statement for particle A. Okay, I hope you have no problem until here. Let's go for the next part. A, B, and C are all particles of the same element. Okay, so looking at the periodic tables, okay, you should know how the elements are being arranged. The elements are being arranged, okay, according to the what we call as number of protons. Okay, the particles are being arranged according to number of proton. So basically, a proton will be considered as a neutral when the number of proton is equal to the number of electron. Means this one, for example, A, is it considered as an atom? Yes. Why? Because the number of proton is equal to the number of electron. How about C? Is it considered as an atom? Yes, because proton equal to electron. But for this one, it's not equal. Why? It still belongs to the same element, but the difference here is they have extra 3 electrons. Okay, extra 3 electrons because they gain another 3 electrons from outside or any other element. Okay, so basically go back to the question. A, B, and C are all particles of the same element. So what is your statement to support? Because A, B, and C are having the same number of proton, which is 15, 15, and 15. That's it, as simple as that. Okay, so basically this one, please make sure that your atomic structure, okay, structure of atom is okay. Then you won't have any problem in answering this question. Okay, okay, next. Particles A and C are isotopes of the same element. Okay, go back. What is the definition of isotopes? Okay, what is isotopes? Isotopes is the same element that having the same number of proton. Yes, for sure. So having the same element means same number of proton. But which one is different? Different number of neutron. Okay, so when you're talking about isotopes, you need to refer to number of proton. Okay, but they're going to have different number of neutron. For example, hydrogen 11 and hydrogen 21, H11 and H21. So 1 is the number of proton. Proton is the same, 1 and 1, but the number of neutron is different. Okay, so basically other terms as well as they can say that is number of nucleon. Okay, go back to the definition. Isotopes is the one that having same number of proton but different number of neutron. So this is the same, so cannot be A and B, cannot. So basically it will be A and C because same number of proton, different number of neutron. So A and C is the answer. Okay, few students they ask me, Madam, what happened if I know already what is A and what is C, then I use the name of that particular element as my answer. So I will advise you not to use the element name because it's not following to the question. The question did mention is the A, B, and C. So you please follow the one that given, which is A, B, or C, even though you know what type of element or what type of ion is it. Okay, so I think it's okay. This one. Okay, we go for the next question. What is the electronic structure of particle A? Okay, when you are referring to electronic structure, you are referring to the electron number. Okay, because like mentioned just now, electronic is the electron. Electron is located outside. So basically the electron will be arranged depending on the orbital, knowing that the first orbital, the maximum number of electron that you can put is 2 electron. The second orbital, the highest electron that you can put is 8. And then the third orbital, the highest electron you can put also 8. Okay, 2, 8, 8. That one is a basic for electronic configuration or electronic structure or electronic arrangement. Okay, let's go to particle A. Okay, when you are talking about electronic structure just now, we are talking about number of electrons. So please refer to number of electrons. They're asking on how you're going to arrange the 15 electron. Okay, remember that I did mention first that the first orbital, you can put 2 electrons. So 15 minus 2, you have the balance of 13. Okay, next, the second orbital, you can put 8. So 2 plus 8 is already 10. 15 minus 10, the balance is 5. And then the third orbital will be the remaining 5. So basically, how you're going to write the electronic structure of particle A. They don't ask you to draw, they only want you to write the electronic structure, or what we call as the electron arrangement. So the electronic structure or electron arrangement will be 2, 8, 5. Oh, sorry. 2, 8, 5, or you can put 2.8.5, but you need to have a space in between. Okay, if you don't have in between a comma as well as a dot, then it will be considered a wrong answer. Okay, so next, is element A a metal or non-metal? Give a reason for your choice. So basically, knowing a metal or non-metal, you already know few parts whereby you already learn the atomic structure, you already learn the chemical bonding. So what is the next chapter that you need to know in order to identify whether the element A is it a metal or non-metal? So basically, what you're going to check is you're going to check the predictable chapter. So this chapter, you should know how to differentiate a metal and a non-metal will be. Okay, let's go for this one. So the question again, to double confirm, I'm so sorry. Element A metal or non-metal? Okay, refer back to here. Element A is a metal or non-metal will be depending on the location at the periodic table. So how can you know the location? Okay, so how can you know location? You need to check, it will be depending on the electron, which is the electron arrangement just now that you already arranged in the previous question. So what is the answer? 285. So 285, which one is the location of the element in the periodic table? You need to see the valence electron. Which one is the valence electron? Is it at the orbital first, second orbital, or the third orbital? Okay, so 285, the valence electron will be at the last one, which is 5. Okay, so 5 means which group is it? Group 5 or group 15. Okay, so for you also can call as group 5, you also can call as group 15. So group 5 and group 15, because they have 5 valence electron. So group 15, group 5, is it considered as a metal or non-metal? Referring back to your predictable chapter, it is a non-metal. Okay, so it's a non-metal. Okay, so basically we already finished with the B1 as well as B2. Okay, since this one is a very short series only, so it will be done from time to time, depending what type of the subjects, the type of the subjects. So basically, if you want to know more or you would like to have what we call as the IGCSE or SPM series with us, you can contact me at this number, or you can email me at masita@mahsa.edu.my, my direct line as well as my handphone number. Okay, so I think that's it for today. I would like to thank you, MAHSA Management, for the opportunities for this webinar series. Okay, and as well as my Center for Pre-University team. So there is a Google form that will be shared in the what we call as the bottom sides of your page. Please refer to that one, and then please fill in the Google form. And don't forget to click share as well as like this video. Okay, I think that's it from my side. Thank you. Assalamualaikum. Have a nice weekend, guys. Bye-bye.